Everyone. So yesterday, the Los Angeles Lakers got a big win against the Portland Trailblazers, very much needed. D'Angelo Russell put on an absolute clinic. He had highlight after highlight, 34 points, 1 rebound, 8 assists, 14 of 21 from the field, 6 of 11 from 3. He even had 2 blocks, 0 turnovers, was a plus 29, and just had an all-around excellent game. But then the post-game happened. And D'Angelo Russell was literally in tears and just seemed off, right? He was having these conversations and talks, sounding like a guy that is on his way out the door, right? And look, I'm not some big, conspiracy guy and stuff like that, but there are usually signs that something is a brew, right? And yes, this very well could just be a emotional, hey, I had a great game. There's all these trade talks, maybe just things are settling in. He's passionate. He loves to be in LA. Look, I've talked about it before. I don't think D'Lo would leave the Lakers. If he was given the role that he currently has right now and was allowed to be on ball and was allowed to kind of just be free and be D'Angelo Russell, I don't think he'd go anywhere. I don't. But the Lakers seem so determined to trade him. And yes, maybe this is something that's being far too looked into, but it's strange to say the least. I mean, he's out here taking pictures with Austin Reeves. He was even on the bench before the game was over, like in tears or holding back tears. And Austin Reeves is trying to lighten him up and, trying to just make him laugh and be happy. And he's trying to mask that he's in these tears. And then you see even Rui, right? Rui looked like he was upset. He's walking through the tunnel. When do you ever see Rui Hachimura not smiling, for one, period? And two, when do you see Rui Hachimura throw up the LA and he looks like he's depressed, right? This was a win. This was a blowout fashion win, right? If you were ever going to be happy, this would be the time to be happy. And yet, not all of the Lakers, but you had D'Angelo Russell and Rui Hachimura both looking like they just got absolutely embarrassed or something, right? Or just they found out news that they're about to be traded. Seriously, it's very strange to say the least. And then, you had Darvin Ham with his famous, we heard it last year, right? Nah, we don't need a trade with this team. This team could turn it around and all that stuff. And then even LeBron James is having his conversation, right? He's getting asked all about D'Lo, and it's just it's almost like everything was past tense, right? It's almost like everybody's kind of aware, hey, D'Lo just got traded. Now, personally, I'm still trade Reeves, keep D'Lo, but if you're going to get DeJounte Murray, I have talked about, I think you do need to trade D'Lo. Yes, technically you could move D'Lo to the 2 and kind of just tell him hey, just stay free, be a scorer, go find your buckets, go find your shots. But he is best with the ball in his hands in that point guard role where he can be aggressive, not only find his shot, find his rhythm, score at will, but also make plays for others as things develop. Right, he's really good at just keeping his head on a swivel and just watching things unfold, and he can go and make the play. So I do think if you were to trade for DeJounte Murray, that would be the play, that would be the move. But I will say one, right, it better be for DeJounte Murray or a Zach LaVine or something like that. If they trade D'Angelo Russell for a Bruce Brown or something like that, I'm going to lose my mind. And you are going to get a very long rant video from me because I am going to be furious, right? If you're going to trade D'Lo, it needs to be for a more long-term answer, but also a guy that you believe has greater upside potential with this team, right? DeJounte Murray, I can see that. I have my concerns with DeJounte Murray. I absolutely do. I question the fit, right? But the idea is he provides some more athleticism. If he can get back to even anywhere close to that all defensive type point guard that he was, right? LeBron's been more willing to play off ball recently. I even said that the move of LeBron being more willing to play off ball was a big sign that they may end up getting DeJounte Murray, because that's the big question, is like, DeJounte Murray is best as the point guard, and you need to let your point guard play point guard. So I could see them maybe potentially making the move for DeJounte. Also, another big thing that I haven't really seen anyone talk about, because obviously this is just like a conspiracy idea, right? Everything's a conspiracy until it's actually done, right? Everything's a rumor, idea, whatever, right? So this is spreading like wildfire that, hey, D'Lo might be on his way out, all that stuff. But the one thing I haven't heard anybody talk about is the Trae Young injury, right? So Trae Young has a concussion. So Atlanta, they stepped back from the trade talks, right? All that stuff. It was supposed to be kind of re-engaged once we got to the trade deadline, around the trade deadline, right? That was the report. That was the talk. But that was also before Trae Young got hurt. So Atlanta right now is the 10th seed. They are 1 game behind, or 1 game ahead of the Brooklyn Nets. Trae Young going down and missing however long he's going to miss, more likely than not, signals that Atlanta may say, okay, let's just hit the reset button, right? Why are we going to draw this out? Why are we going to try to whatever, right? And so I could fully see Atlanta contacting the Lakers and going, all right, let's get the deal done. You know, we're ready to make the move. We don't want you ending up going and making a move elsewhere and working out a deal. Now, the Rui part is what's interesting, because the reported trade was, or the foundation of the trade was D'Lo, Jalen Hood-Schifino, a first and other draft compensation. Maybe, this is my guess, with Rui looking so upset, is that Rui's going also. And it'll be something like D'Lo, Rui, and the Lakers get back, you know, a DeJounte Murray, maybe like a Clint Capella or a Bogdanovich, something like that. Because Atlanta wants to get off salary. So my guess is they're going to look at it, okay, Trae Young's gone. Let's trade DeJounte Murray. We'll run with D'Lo. We'll run with Rui. Trae Young doesn't have to rush back. And then we can kind of figure it out from there. That's kind of my guess. That's my approach. Now, again, doesn't guarantee that anything happens. And this doesn't guarantee that it's an Atlanta trade, right? It could very well be something else. But I personally, this is just me, I don't believe Rob Pelinka would go and make a sort of lateral trade, right? I mean, there were reports that the Lakers questioned DeJounte Murray because they didn't believe that it was a big enough upgrade. DeJounte Murray's better than Bruce Brown, right? So I just don't see a scenario where the Lakers are going and trading for a Bruce Brown or something like that, even a Colin Sexton or a Tyus Jones, unless they're going for like a big haul and it's like a huge turnaround, right? Maybe it's Bruce Brown, Jakob Poeltl, and like Gary Trent Jr. or something like that, right? Maybe the Lakers think, again, just kind of throwing out an idea. Or maybe it's potentially like a 3-team deal, right? Because that was something that was talked about and reported also, that D'Lo may end up going to a 3rd team. So maybe the Lakers work something out to where maybe D'Lo's going to Toronto and maybe like Rui is going to Atlanta and the Lakers are getting back. You know, obviously there'd have to be some other pieces. So maybe it's like a Jalen Hood-Schifino and whatever else. But maybe the Lakers are getting back a DeJounte Murray and a Bruce Brown. That could be something. And it's like a multi-team deal. And the Lakers are getting, a piece from, maybe they're giving a pick swap for Bruce Brown and a first for DeJounte Murray. Right? And now they got Bruce Brown and Murray to pair alongside the rest of the roster, right? And maybe they're, in that case, maybe they are going with like a DeJounte Murray and Bruce Brown backcourt with like a Vando or Prince, LeBron and AD, something like that, right? That I could maybe see. Again, it is very strange to say the least. That, because again, it was off of a win, and it was off of a game in which D'Lo played so well, and yet everyone just seemed down. Everyone just seemed upset. Everyone was just seemed in this like state of like goodbye, right? Like it seemed like this was D'Lo's last game. And it's not like he had some like historic game. Like if D'Lo went and dropped 50, right? Let's say D'Lo had 50 and like 10 or something like that, like a 50-point triple-double or something, and he was out here giving the speech and the conversation and crying and doing the things that we saw him do, I wouldn't really lean so much into it. I would have just been like, no, like, dude, D'Lo just had a historic night. But he did it. Like, D'Lo scored 30 plus on multiple occasions for the Lakers and wasn't emotional like this. And it's just like he's at the head of the trade talks, and the Lakers are very adamant about trying to get a deal done sooner rather than later. And it's like I can fully see us in a couple hours, right? Or depending on when you watch this video, maybe it's already done. Maybe it takes another day or so. But I wouldn't be shocked if shortly after you watch this video, I'm making another video because the Lakers just traded for DeJounte Murray. I wouldn't be shocked in the slightest. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion, so I pass a question on you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How do you feel? Do you think that, yeah, this is definitely a sign that, hey, the Lakers are trading D'Lo? Do you think it's for DeJounte Murray? Do you think it's for something else? Again, however you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I would love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me out a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. If you're not subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.